Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to begin this morning by wishing Mazel Tov to Marley and to Colin and to Eve and Jalen and to the entire extended family of friends and community we have here today. It's been an absolute privilege for me to get to know you and your family during religious school activities and Shabbat services and throughout this entire bat mitzvah journey. Mazel Tov again on the simcha and amazing job of reading Torah and Haftorah. Today in the Torah, we read Parshat Shoftim, which means judges in English. The Torah tells us, Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha. You shall arrange for yourselves judges and officials. And only 2 sentences later comes the iconic command, tzedek, tzedek, tirdof. And this is commonly translated as, justice, justice, you shall pursue. A commandment so beautiful that it seems to have been co-opted onto the letterhead of more Jewish organizations than any other single quote from the Torah. And they make sense together, the 2 sentences. Find judges in order to pursue a society that is just. The first command to institute a system of justice is a way to bring about the nature of justice that we're supposed to pursue. And then I looked it over this week in context, and it struck me as puzzling. Could it be that these are 2 separate commandments? Is the second command to pursue justice a command for the judges, or is this a command for us, the people? Could the second be a sort of reminder that we, the people, have a continued responsibility, a part, a role in this just society as well? Should we read this as, go find for yourselves judges, and don't think that that suffices? Always remember that in addition to the legal system, you have to commit yourself as an individual to pursuing justice. Rashi, the well-known French Torah commentator from the 11th century, commented on this sentence, justice, justice, you shall pursue, means that we need to seek out a good court, not just a court, but a good court for justice. And this seems to put the onus on the people, not the judges. Rashi seems to acknowledge that even amidst judges and courts, like everything in life, there are better ones and not as better ones, and there is a responsibility for us to seek out the right one. And I think the tension that the Torah lays before us continues on in every society today. For whose responsibility is it to make sure our society is just? The people, the electorate, or the elected officials and judges? Justice remains a dance, a relationship between the community and the judges who are supposed to serve that community. And now, because of the nature of today, I'll add a third, different reading of that verse. And I'd like to employ modern Hebrew, a language I love so much. And in modern Hebrew, tzedek can also mean being correct, like at tzodeket, you are correct. Select for yourselves judges, and then what should the entire system pursue? What is the point of this whole system, this whole endeavor? Actually getting it right. For the system is worthless if we receive wrong judgment. The system has to actually make society better, make life better for all of us, not just hand down judgments. And I think the reason I reached this understanding this week about making life better is because of our bat mitzvah today. Marley, can you join me one more time up here by the microphone? Marley, you look so much more relaxed. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished here this morning, from the Torah reading to the Haftorah reading to the very deep nature of your speech about justice and about animal rights. You should feel tremendous accomplishment and know that we're all so proud of you. You are, in fact, a daughter of the mitzvot, a bat mitzvah. And being a bat mitzvah, being counted as an adult within our community, doesn't only mean that you will be counted, it means that you'll also be counted on. To walk in the world as an example of a Jewish woman, people will look at you and you will become that symbol of what our tradition means in this world. Marley, there's simply something special about you. You light up a room with your smile. People are happier when they're around you. And you do a great job of engaging everybody, from young to old, popular to not so much. I've watched you interact with everybody in this synagogue, the religious school. I've watched you play with my own children during Kiddush. You take a room in which a lot of people are located, you make it feel warm and welcoming. You take that room with a lot of people, and you help turn it into community. And this should come as no surprise, because your Hebrew name, Edna, comes from the Hebrew word Eden, from the creation narrative in Genesis. Eden, as in the Garden of Eden. So the light you bring into every room feels so warm and feels so familiar because it's connected and carried by Edna from the first light of creation, the first light that God put in this world. In addition, because of today, I see another meaning to your name. I see it as tying into today's message from the Torah about judges. The Hebrew word ed means witness, and na means please. But your na, at the end of your name, Edna, comes with a hey at the end, not an aleph, and a hey is an allusion to God. And I think it's a sign that you carry for all of our benefit in the world. We all have a responsibility to bear witness in this world, to make sure that things are going on correctly. But there are people in this world who just walk tzodeket. There are people in this world who just walk the correct way. And God wants us to notice the way that they walk in the world, the way that you walk in the world, Marley. Effortlessly improving community, welcoming people, standing as proud Jews for the world to see. I'll never forget the first time our religious school marched with the Ward AME Church in Englewood in the Kingdom Day Parade. You and your mom, Eve, came to help support the initiative. We showed up 3 hours too early, and we sat on the curb for hours in Englewood, waiting for the parade to start, pretty much waiting for anybody to show up at all. We were the only people in all of Englewood out at that early in the morning. And I figured that the whole day was ruined. I figured that this was the first and last time that I could get people to come out. And we started walking finally after 3 hours. And I'll never forget looking back at the religious school students and seeing you smiling. And seeing you smiling after that long, boring, miserable 3 hours gave me hope that the religious school would engage in this type of initiative again. In your life, I pray that you accomplish all of your hopes and dreams. But all of us in the room know that life has unexpected turns for all of us. And I pray that the special light that you emit into the world continues forever, even during the unexpected turns. And when you need somebody else to help brighten your light, your day, that you know that I'm here, that the community here at Adat Shalom is here. And I would also surmise that all of these people in this room are here to help support you through your entire journey. Because this bat mitzvah believe it or not, is not the end of the journey of your Jewish identity, of your adulthood. It actually marks the very beginning. And so in some ways, everybody here is making a pact with Marley by being here and by enjoying the amazing Kiddush that we're about to enjoy. You are saying that I'm going to be available to you throughout your life if you need anything. Because I love and appreciate you and your ednacity. That's a word that I just made up. Your special Edna qualities. And I think we all owe it to you and to that light that you bring to all of our lives, to love you, to support you, and to help give you back that light, to illuminate your path forward whenever you need it. To that end, I'd like to give you this book as a gift for your bat mitzvah. It's a book written by my teacher, Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson, and I hope it helps teach you and empower your Jewish identity as much as his words and teachings have helped mine. And at this time, I'd like to invite Eve and Colin and Marley's entire family to please rise and recite the Shehechianu along with me in cantor shots. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu b'tzman hazeh. Everybody,